tell me, what are you doing here in Los Angeles?
Well, I'm here to work on a music culture project with Phil Romero to talk about the impact of music on social movements, to help younger musicians understand the context of music and social movements.
And where are you going to post this? Is this going to be?
This is on Live at the Ice House with William Pilgrim and the All Grows Up.
Okay. All right. And tell me a little bit about your background.
My name is Kevin Alexander Gray. I'm a writer and an activist, community organizer. I write for Counterpunch magazine for The Progressive. I do a radio show on Sirius Satellite Radio every Sunday with Dave Marsh, live from the land of hopes and dreams. I manage Jesse Jackson's '88 presidential campaign in South Carolina.
Okay, we got to stop. Okay, let's talk about Jesse Jackson. So what do you think of...
It's my friend.
Okay, all right. So what do you think would have been different had he managed to swing that?
Be president, Reverend wasn't going to be president, but as progress grows and movements work, you have to lay some groundwork.
Right.
Not that I believe that the goal of the civil rights movement or the human rights movement is electing someone to elect us out of our misery, nor do I believe in this idea of empire, which the United States has become. But you have to help people on the way to consciousness, and I think that Reverend Jackson's campaign did that, and it talked about bringing people together on the idea of common ground. What's our common enemy? How can we respect each other's common issues and understand their impact on us and our individual communities? Just grassroots organizing for empowerment.
Well, see, but you talk about there being an us and us being able to agree enough about an us. Do you think that's still possible?
Well, there's an us and them. There are the haves and the have-nots and the people that control society and try to maintain this thing called social order and control. There's this thing called empire. There's this ideology in our country called white male supremacy and patriarchy that we have to fight. And we have to figure out what is freedom, what is a new freedom movement. And that's what I try to focus on in my writing, and this idea of consciousness and helping people find the context between the past, the present, and the future.
Project into 10 years, what would you like to see happen with this country?
Well, I would like to see this country not try to control other people's resources. I would like to see people not exploit other people and not have government support that exploitation, or give people license to exploit people. I like to see this country not spend so much money in wars overseas and the Pentagon and the military. I would hope that in the future it's not about consumption for the sake of consumption and more, and blingism, and this idea of striving for luxury or the facsimile of luxury.
Right, isn't that so interesting? Because we see so many people that have money that are unhappy, yet people strive to have money thinking that that's going to bring them happiness, and we know that that does not.
Well, I think that progress isn't necessarily building bigger and better. It might be becoming closer to spirituality, however that is that you define that higher power, and being a part of a collective, cooperating, civilization instead of all this competition. Civilization is about a cooperation and trying to help each other be happy.
I know.
Free. What
is
freedom?
It's weird though, because there's such a divide that Hillary Clinton can say it takes a village and get killed for saying that.
Yeah, but Hillary Clinton and her husband will also kill people to make sure that they're on top of whatever civilization exists while they're here, and making sure that their heirs are at the top of that food chain and remain in the 1%. And Hillary Clinton and her husband and this whole idea of neoliberalism or neoconservatism is still about the haves and the have-nots.
No, I get you there. I totally get you there. But that whole "it takes a village" concept was a good concept. I mean,
it is a good concept, but they're using that for their own purposes. It certainly isn't for the people who occupy the village's well-being. It's so that they can control the village.
Well, whether their motive was that or not, that's not why the other side attacked. The other side attacked with their defense was, I can raise my own kids, I don't need a village. And it's not true. We need each other.
Well, civilization is about cooperating with one another. It isn't about you get yours and I get mine, survival of the fittest.
Exactly.
And that's the other side. That's neoconservatism and Randian objectivism, free market bullshit. The reality is civilizations are about cooperation not just want luxury and more for the sake of having more.
That's a great way to end. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you.